His reach. He'll try to chase it. Long pass Martin over the blue line. Suzuki chips Nadeau in the slot. He's in. He scores. Spencer Martin will pick up a secondary assist. He made that play happen. Bradly Nadeau, his first American Hockey League goal. It's 1-0.
He's stuck with it now. Chicago back up ice. Turning. Here's a pass in front of his score on the rebound.
Bradly Nadeau gets his second goal this season. Ryan to Suzuki. One of several Canadians for the Wolves. Brought in, Suzuki gets it back, Nadeau shoots, he scores! That combo is struck for the last two lamplighters for Chicago, and it's a 1-1 game.
Sautner to it, he'll chip it up the wall. Poke to the line, but not out by Manitoba. Now, loose out in front is Nadeau, and he scores! Wide open in front of the Moose net after a giveaway at the top of the zone.
They have a 3-on-2 developing. So much snow in front of that Rockford bench, and Suzuki couldn't bring it in cleanly. Now Nadeau finds it, he shoots, he scores! Well, carrying on was Charles Alexis Legault, and Nadeau all alone has tied the hockey game. A 2-point game goes to Hamo Salmi. Saucer pass, Suzuki opens up, feeds it, Nadeau, he scores! Bradly Nadeau with the go-ahead goal, 3-2 Chicago here in the third. Suzuki, they score! What a chance out in front, and welcome back to the Wolves. Bradly Nadeau makes it 2-0.
Left point kept onside by Noel Gunler. Gunler throws it behind the Firebirds net. Jones for Road. Off the skate, kept onside by Chicago. Here's Nadeau, he scores! Chicago takes a 1-0 lead. Bradly Nadeau as the Firebirds couldn't get it out of the zone.
Here's Bensori dumping it in. He was checked by Carrick. Robida flies into the forecheck, and it's kept alive. Good feet by Suzuki. He goes over to Nadeau. One-timer, he scores! And the Wolves on their third power play open up the scoring tonight. Bradly Nadeau. Morrow shifting it back. Suzuki to Bensori. Looking into the slot. Good defensive play there. That was Grube who broke that up. Now Nadeau, one-timer, he scores! Deja vu, Suzuki to Nadeau, and it's 2-1 Wolves.
Skates of exhausted Brindley behind the net, gets his stick back. Morrow left circle, and they score. Pounded home by the Wolves. Bradly Nadeau. Chicago finds a way to win the game.
Robida breaking down low. Robida takes a lap behind the net to Nadeau out in front. He's knocked out, wraparound. He scores! Bradly Nadeau! The first lead of the night for the Wolves is the overtime game winner. What hands by Bradly Nadeau.
Wheels kind of fell off for Rockford in the third period. They entered into the final 20, tied at 1 with the Griffins. Fed out in front for Nadeau, and he scores. He's left all alone in between the hash marks, and Nadeau makes no mistake. Just 60 seconds into the game, Bradly Nadeau has a 1-0 lead for Chicago.
Bradly Nadeau got it to Smith. Smith keeps it. He'll drop it off now for Nadeau. Nadeau walking and shoots. He scores! A goal scorer's goal for Bradly Nadeau. His 14th and second of the night makes it 3-2 Chicago.
Oh my goodness. This is incredible.
How does he even see this spot? Sorry. Trying to push it out in front. Dribbles to the corner boards. Here's Morrow. Back door. Nadeau shoots. He scores! Bradly Nadeau cannot be stopped. That's 15 on the season, and it is 1-0 Wolves. Now the Wolves enter back in. Robida shoots, kicked away, big rebound. The Wolves go, they score. Bradly Nadeau, his second of the game, and it's 2-0 Chicago. Sweet number 16. Second effort, he bats it ahead, and Ryan Suzuki had to wait for it to hit the surface. Now he'll collect, moves it in across the rink. Here's Robida looking on front. Nadeau shoots, he scores! Bradly Nadeau is up to 17, and the Wolves lead 1-0. Robida points in 7.
He won it cleanly back to the blue line where Ty Smith operates. One-timer coming, they score. It's Bradly Nadeau from the near dot. Fires in a slap shot.
Here's a Smith. He has some heat. A shot. Now Nadeau shoots. He scores. Number 19 on the power play. Suzuki, they'll give it off to Nadeau. Now the Wolves getting their formation. Morrow looks to Robida. Back across Nadeau. One-timer, he scores! Goal number 20 for Bradly Nadeau. And a little interview karma back in the fold from Billy Gardner. Oh, has to hustle with Gutman on his tail.
That's trouble there because there's so much snow. The puck just stopped. If a Rockford player was going, he might have.
Now Nadeau is moving up ice. He shoots. He scores! It's the Bradly Nadeau show. He has 2, and the Wolves lead 2-0. And Suzuki on the counter. End of a shift for him. He'll dump it in. They score!
Nobody saw this.
I was looking back at the contact. It's Bradly Nadeau with his 22nd of the season. So the Stars kill it off. Look out. Now a chance on the front. Poirier, big time save on Nadeau. Puck is loose. They score! Finally, it gets poked home by Bradly Nadeau. Nadeau, the goal scorer, will send it up ice. Off the stick of Suzuki. Picked up by Pavlichev. Pavlichev into the slot. Nadeau shoots, he scores! Bradly Nadeau is heated right back up, and the Wolves are within a goal with 91 seconds left in the opening period.
Wolves down 4-3, trying to tie it with their third power play goal of the game. Smith straight away, turned aside, Comesso, rebound, score. It's followed up by Bradly Nadeau. He pops it in past Comesso, and the Wolves have rallied back to tie the game 4-4. Wow.
And again, power play execution. This is their third power play goal of the game, and it's pretty simple.
Juha Jaska working back behind the net. Suzuki has it at the point. He had 2 helpers on the power play yesterday. Out in front, Nadeau shoots, he scores! Bradly Nadeau cannot be stopped. He is red hot. 26 goals, that shares the AHL Rookie League.
I'm not sure, but I just felt like this was going to continue after last night.
Shifting it free, 5-on-4 power play here in overtime. Suzuki finds ice, cuts in, pass to the slot, over to Nadeau, shoots, he scores! And the Wolves pick up the win. Iowa upset with a non-call, and Chicago takes the 2 points. And what a 2-game set on the road. Kicked off the skates of Suzuki, carrying in Suzuki, looking to Pavlichev on in front, off in Nadeau. It's loose, it's in. Pavlichev has his stick up, the ref is pointing a goal. And the Wolves might have a 4-3 lead.
Side of the net now for Jaska. Back for Suzuki, up top Smith. Nadeau tees one up and he scores. Bradly Nadeau blasts one short side, and the Wolves capitalize on the power play.
Goaltending, special team, so huge.
Here's Stillman from the point with a shot. Tipped in front of the goal. What a deflection from Bradly Nadeau. That is his 30th goal of the season at 11:55. It doesn't get better than that.
That's beautiful. Like we said, sleepy game. Suddenly we got 2 goals back to back in about 15 seconds. I don't know if you can defend this right here.
No way.
He's maybe almost, he's above the hash marks in the slot. What a deflection.
Robidas will reset. Smith giving it back to Justin Robidas. Across one-timer to Nadeau. He scores! Powder River on the power play. Here's a one-timer for Nadeau. He scores!
Wow.